We're on. Okay, Brother Adams, we are on air, and it is here discussing the material this week in the quiz. We are taking it separate this week. I'm the only one who hasn't completed it yet. I'm planning on doing it right after this meeting, but I have been studying and going over the material while he has completed the quiz. Did you have any questions on the quiz?
My questions were mostly about the graphs and how to calculate the amount of the surplus when you count in the tariffs. I feel like that's very conditional, but those were my points of struggle in this quiz.
Do you remember any particular about the tariffs that confused you, like any of the wording or what situation it was that confused you?
There's a couple questions that were asking, like, how much was the surplus? With the open trade, and it would show the graph with the supply and the demand curve, and then it would show the world price,
Right.
price, and then it would give you a section of what would be the surplus.
Mm-hmm.
But I couldn't figure out how to calculate into dollars how much the surplus was. You could find it in units, but I couldn't figure out how to calculate it into dollars. And
The only
asking for the dollar amount.
the only thing I can kind of relate to that, because again I've been going with material, but I haven't done the quiz. In the material on MindTap, I saw some equations. They didn't give me numbers, but it was giving me A plus B or B plus C plus D. So I'm guessing to get the price, you're just trying to find the area of where the surpluses are before and after trade, or with tariffs. That's actually the furthest point I got to. So I don't even really know how to equate that, honestly, but I guess it's subtraction of the numbers in the unit. An equation you plug in, I guess is what I'm saying. I don't know if you tried that, but I don't know really what to do on that either because I haven't tried it yet. So you tried to figure it out, or did you try something else?
I was just trying to flip through the book. I guess I didn't really. I guess I could have looked at the PowerPoint here too. I'm looking now on the stuff I probably should have looked at before. What about you? What questions have you had so far? Maybe I have some
insight. I understand the concept of tariffs. I mean, the tariffs, they're gonna, if I'm a random country called Eurotopia, and I'm sorry, can you turn the
Oh, sorry.
I don't think. No, I mean that way. It's fine. Oh yeah. Anyway, if I'm Eurotopia and I'm trading with Russia and I'm actually importing, then tariffs come into play because tariffs aren't implemented on export countries.
Right.
That's what I understood. So with the importing, now it gives the local businesses or producers a chance to produce and sell to the economy, because now they can be more competitive country or with the imports. But when it comes to trying to figure it out and trying to put it all into an equation, I'm not sure how to do that. I kind of understand the concept, but that's as far as I got in my studying in MindTap. With MindTap that I'm having, because everything is coming from MindTap, since that's what I've been using. You know, I'm started the assignment already, and I can't get the graph to even work the way I want it to. So I'm lost, dude. I don't know what the quiz is going to be like, but when it comes to graphs, I'm struggling a lot.
Yeah, these graphs this week are real difficult to understand. Have you seen this PowerPoint at all that he uploaded on? I think it's under the individual. What's it called? Individual preparation for lesson 4.
I don't think I looked at that.
I'm looking at it now, and it looks like it focuses a lot on the graphs and how to read them, which I feel like is pretty important. I'm still trying to figure it out, but it makes a little bit more sense.
So I go to the content and I go to individual preparation.
Yeah, and then it's the
Oh, the application international trade PowerPoint.
that's the one, yeah.
Okay. Dun, dun, dun. I'm actually probably going to just start the quiz real quick while I look at this PowerPoint. Is this what you're looking at right now?
Yeah.
No. Let's see. Derek, go find mommy. I'm sorry. It's okay. You're okay. Oh, kids.
They're fun.
Depends. About ready to. I'm about ready to put him in a room so he can just go to sleep. Oh, jeez. Okay. That trade. Demand 300. Domestic producers supply 750. Exports 450. Oh. Okay. His PowerPoint's kind of trying to explain what I was. It's explaining what I was trying to explain about the equations I was looking at. That I was thinking about.
Yeah. And I don't know. I like how it's a little bit color coded on the graphs.
It'll be like that on MindTap as well.
How is it?
But this is, for whatever reason, in some ways, this is a little easier to read, but they're pretty similar.
Oh, don't drop that.
You know what Q stands for?
What?
Oh, Q is just the equilibrium. Never mind.
Yeah.
Mm. I don't understand where the numbers are coming from.
So I'm trying to figure out like where.
The good is imported or exported. Trade winners and losers. I didn't even notice there's a PowerPoint here
Neither did I.
because I didn't read through. I'll be honest, I didn't read.
Better at reading through everything. Maybe it would help me understand a lot more.
I'll try to read through it.
Oh, I got this problem wrong. There's a problem on there about deadweight loss, and I know I got it wrong because.
Assume for Guatemala that the domestic price of coffee without international trade is higher than the world price of coffee. Patterns of trade among nations are primarily determined by.
Are you on the quiz right now?
Yeah, I'm taking it before it expires.
I was gonna say you only got like 20 minutes left.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm reading this question. Patterns of trade among nations are primarily determined by an advantage. Yeah, I mean, it's just, I think it's what's stumping us is the graphs. The tariffs, I haven't really given myself a chance to go through it thoroughly. So I can't say up to this point. I get the concept. I'm just confused on all the equations. I'm still at step one on this thing, mastering it and understanding it. I can't move on and understand other things unless I understand the basic graphing of this chapter.
Yeah,
So,
like where it shows you to graph the supply and demand.
and you know, the supply and demand, I get that. Where I get confused, is just a step further than that when it's asking me to where it's asking me to start equating everything and finding out, okay, well, what's the price? You know, how much did the country's consumer surplus increase by allowing
Yeah, I
free
don't get,
trade? I don't.
like, are they asking at the demand? Because if you have um, the surplus, or when they put in the lines across, and now you have 2 points on the demand, or like one on the demand and one on the supply, and that creates either a shortage or a surplus.
Mhm.
And where do you want me to calculate that from? Because if I calculate it from the middle, that's a different number from when I calculated it to either one of the points. And either one of the points are different too, because it's at a different quantity or a different price. No, it's just a different quantity. I'm just very confused about that. Like, where do you calculate that from?
Until you or I there's a point where you and I mean, we have different points where we understand something. You might understand a little more about this than I do, or I might understand a little bit about something else than you do. But what I'm trying to say is there's a point where you and I understand it to a T. You know, this is okay. We both understand this. But once you get to the point where we don't understand something, where we can turn around and teach it to somebody else or explain it thoroughly, we start getting lost and lost until the chapter goes further along, the test goes further along, and we just are in no man's land. And we're left
Yeah,
guessing or scrambling around for an answer.
yeah. I feel like we're just getting left behind a little bit.
So I mean I wanted to do it this week, but I got really busy. I'm thinking maybe next week. I want to go to tutoring for this because it's just tough. Um,
Yeah,
what do you think?
I think tutoring would be good. I don't really have much time for it unless it's on a Tuesday. I
That's the
work
only time I have.
till 6.
Yeah, that's the only time I have. So maybe what we can do is just text back and forth or something this week and
Yeah, we gotta.
do it
We gotta do that.
because Tracy emailed today in our group email or other group member.
Yeah, who is the other group member? Are they still there?
Casey Johnson. Um, he, meet tonight, but he couldn't, I guess. So this week, I told him to give me his number and availability, and I told him we can start doing group text between the three of us and work out availability to try and uh, try and work out time for all of us to get together.
But he actually responded to you on email.
Yeah, on the BYUI email, you would have gotten it too because I think it was a group email thing for all three of us.
Nah, I didn't get that.
Mhm. Sorry, I thought you. Mac assumed you did. But yeah, So yeah, Tracy wants to start meeting with us tonight for whatever reason. But I'm gonna try and get him in on this, and maybe he's gonna be that third head that makes this really smart.
Yeah, get us to understand the last little bit better.
Yeah, I still think that. See if we. I mean, I can go alone. I really don't care. But you want to go to tutoring, and then we can discuss the homework after tutoring or something.
I can go to tutoring next Tuesday. We'll see
Sounds
what any schedule change brings this week.
I'm going to try and research tutoring information at the hours and everything, where it's at. And
Okay.
I'm going to just, so unless you got any other stuff, I'm just going to, we'll execute this week.
That sounds good. I don't have anything else.
And we are going off live. Here you go, brother. Thank you.